Yo, today I got my boy Romey Romee here. What's good, my G?
What's going on, man?
All right. Romey Rome. You repping Broward right now, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. I mean, so you're originally born in Jersey though, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. What part to be exact?
Perth Amboy.
Perth Amboy. I mean, talk about Perth Amboy from, what you
All
know.
right. Well, basically, Perth Amboy is like it's a smaller town inside of New Jersey, and basically, like everybody knows each other. So it's like you got like two middle schools, two major middle schools, and like two major high schools. But it's like if you go to the one on this town and you go to the other one over there, you still gonna know each other. Everybody gonna be at the same parties, the same corner stores, all that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody live on the same block. It's crazy.
Okay. So what made you or your family move from Jersey to Florida?
Mom Dukes just hated the cold.
Ah,
Just hated it. So for me, I moved first actually because I had just finished middle school at
Okay.
the time. So I'm like, all right, let me just move and then get a jump in high school instead of for some reason we having to move in the middle of me being in high school up there. You feel me?
Okay.
And then she followed up and came, I think, like a couple years later.
Okay. Your ethnicity. I mean, you American or you Caribbean? What's the background?
Well, my family's all Jamaican. But of course, I wasn't born there, but I still consider myself Jamaican. But at the same time, you know, I'm older, so I do consider myself American too. But a lot of people be like, "Nah, you're Jamaican." So
Yeah. You
you
know
know
what I
what I'm
mean?
saying?
Yeah, it's the same thing with me. You know, my family's Jamaican. I wasn't born there, but I was raised by a
Yeah,
Jamaican. So I consider myself a Jamaican.
yeah,
But I know that I wasn't born there. You know what I mean?
mm,
My story's a little different. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So the name Romey Rome.
hmm
Let's start with the name. How you come up with the name?
It's actually funny because I was at work one day, and then it was like a group of ladies. They all came outside, and like I had my name tag on, and then Jerome from Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it was like, one of the girls came up to me. She was like, "Romy Rome," and I'm like, "Hey, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope." You know what I'm saying? And then like every time when she would come back, she would always say that name. And then like there was another time I went out to a club, and then a girl said the same thing to me, and I'm like, "Damn, this name kind of sticking. Like,
Yeah.
let me keep this in the back of the head for something." You know what I'm saying? And then now here it is, just rocking with it.
Romey Rome.
Yeah.
Romey Rome and watch him out. Yeah, that was my shit, bro. That was my shit. So you was a fan of Martin too, of
Hell
course.
yeah.
Okay, that's
Hell
what's up.
yeah.
They need to bring that shit like to regular TV, not that
What?
fucking late night shit. I still watch that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we already talked about where you from.
Mm.
But how was it growing up? I mean, transitioning from Jersey to Florida, I also, I'm from Patterson, and I moved to Maryland, and then I moved here, so it was, a different step for me. But what was it like, growing up in Jersey and then transitioning to Florida? Because those are
Yeah.
two different worlds,
Yeah,
North and
literally.
the South.
Yeah,
You feel me?
literally. Yeah. So all right, so like in Jersey, you got it's snow, so you got everybody rocking out their Timbs, you feel me?
Hmm.
Everybody in their jackets and shit like that. And then from moving there, and then I come down here, it's like don't snow down here. Winters ain't really cold. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was able to adapt to the weather, and like when I was in high school, like I'm always joking around with people, and I'm always just cracking jokes with people like that. So like at first, I didn't really know nobody, of course, and then everybody, they had their little clique from back in middle school and shit like that. But
Yeah.
like it was just so easy for me to just hop in because like I was just always so funny in class, and then like I always wanted to interact with people. Like, if you feel me, if anybody asks anybody that know Jerome, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that nigga cool as fuck." You feel me? Like that nigga dope. So it's like it was just always easy. And then like like I said, dealing with like having friends and like always talking to people, it was just like when I go to the park, I would always meet people because I love playing ball. So it's like I was always meeting people there, and then like they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you got a class," and you feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? Like we would always just talk and be like, "Oh yeah, you in the same school? We go to the same." You know what I'm saying? So it was real simple.
Yeah. I mean, when I say like the North and the South, it's totally
Mhm.
different. It's like people from up north kind of have a different like personality.
Yeah.
You talk to people more and shit like
Yeah.
that, and people down here they don't really talk.
Yeah.
They don't really say hi, shit like that. So like, was there any like, was it a culture shock to you when you first came here? Like, yo, they dress different.
Mhm.
They wear fucking slides everywhere. shorts. These motherfuckers wear tank top. Like, did that like what was it like? In experiencing that.
Well, like when I first came down here, I used to see niggas. They used to tuck their pants into like their shoelaces and shit, and I used to be like, yo, what the fuck is this? Feel me? Because they don't do that up north.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like up north, you'd always wear like some boot cut jeans or some shit like that with your Timbs and then like a white tee and then a fitted and you good to go. You know what I'm saying? Down here, niggas was just dressing completely different. I'm like, damn, I gotta start adapting to this shit.
Hey, that's funny. you just made me realize, like, up north, some shit you would just throw on is like a white tee, some sweats, and some Timbs, right? Down here, some shit you throw on is like a fucking tank top, some shorts, and some slides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like totally different. Nigga, up north, you couldn't get caught walking down the street like that.
Yeah.
But, it's probably changed now, but yeah, the same thing for me. I was just, when I first came, it was just like, yo, motherfuckers is real comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, they real comfortable.
Yeah, niggas don't care.
This niggas got these slides. He been wearing these shits all week, bro. Like, okay, So as far as your background, Jamaican and stuff like that, growing up, was that the type of music you were listening to in the household? What kind of music were you introduced to at a young age?
A lot of reggae, a lot of it, because I got a couple uncles that actually like built a studio in one of their crib. So literally, like you walk in, always hear music in the yard, always. It's always music, and then like as soon as you walk to the studio, my uncle up there, he mixing something, you know what I'm saying, making a beat, mixing his own song. Like he was always into it, and then he would always get his friends into it, and it was just a whole bunch of things. And I was over there like literally every day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then my mom's always played reggae music in the car, in the house. And then I also really grew up on a lot of like 90s and like a little bit of 80s songs, but like R&B songs. Because my mom was always playing that, and then I had aunts that were always playing R&B music. Like that was really what I grew up on too. It was like a lot of reggae and a lot of R&B music.
Okay. Can you in any way say it influenced your sound today?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Because I love R&B music. Like literally, if I'm in the car, by myself or even with one of my niggas, I'm gonna play an R&B song. You feel me? Like you're not finna tell me I'm finna play my song. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's just something that like I just love how I really love how somebody can put R&B music and rap music together as well and make it work so well for them too. You know what I'm saying? And like I can sing a little bit. Like I feel like I need to get a little bit better, but that's something that I'm working on down the road. But like I really love making R&B music. So it's like that's what I do a lot too. But it's like a lot of times I feel like people really want to hear more of like the raw shit. So that's why like I'm really been working on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
One thing I would tell you, bro, because I fuck with your music, I would tell you that off the top. FamousB4TheFame, and this isn't no crazy way, but you wouldn't be here unless the music was fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the music is dope. You got the talent. Don't ever try to conform to what they want, right? Continuously just keep making the music that you've been making, and guess what? It's gonna connect with the people that are already there. It's crazy how the world works. It's already people out there that's like you or like the music that you're probably making. You just gotta connect with them. So keep doing it, keep staying in your way, and keep doing it, because the song, we're gonna get into the songs in a minute, but that song fuck. Different sound. Right? And then it's the other song, Talk About It.
Talk your shit.
The other song, Talk Your Shit. Another sound. Two totally different sounds, but they both hard. So I see what you're doing. Just keep doing it. Keep mixing up the pot, my G. You feel me? Keep mixing up the pot. So we're going to get personal real quick. We talked about, your background and stuff like that. We talked about the moms. So, like, when it came to the household, who raised you? Did you have the mom and the pops in the household?
Nah, it was actually just my mom's. It was me, my mom's, and my older brother.
Okay.
And my mom, she was the one that just raised me, my brother, the whole time. My pops was never around. Never around. And my brother, he helped in a big way too, because he helped, try to keep me out the streets, try to make sure I always stood in school, like just try to give me that father figure in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's hard, especially with black men.
Exactly.
With no father, it's really hard. So
exactly.
He tried my best. He tried his best to do what he could. And then my mom, she was always working and stuff like that. But, like, I seen her when she would come home late and stuff like that, trying to cook dinner. So it was hard. It was real hard. But she did what she had to do.
Okay. So I mean, as far as you know yourself, can you say not having a man or a father, your father in the household, did it affect you in any way, or were you did your brother pick up the slack or what? Explain that situation.
Actually, I feel like it made me stronger, and it made me a better man, because it's like I never wanted to be one of those people that just turn their back on their child. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to do that. So I just felt like, all right, let me just take this into perspective. He's not here, so let me just be a better person for myself and for later on, like when I do have kids. You know what I'm saying? So I just always try to keep that head straight and just always focus on what was the right thing to do.
Okay. So you mentioned your brother. Your brother's older than you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, how about him? Like, what was the path in life? Did that affect him too? Did he end up taking a different path or what?
Well, all right. So my brother, he ended up dropping out of high school, and then he was always selling drugs and in and out of jail and stuff like that. So like, I can tell it really took a toll on him, because he didn't really have a father to really guide him in the right way. And my mom, she was always working, so it's like there's not much she can really do when she's not there. You know what I'm saying? So I know it had a really big effect on him.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why he always tried to make sure, like, look, don't do what I did. He always used to tell me, don't do the things I did. Don't make the moves I did, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to be worth it at the end of the day.
Right. So you had someone, close to you to basically learn from firsthand.
Yeah.
Yes, some people don't. Like, they, watch, movies and shit like that, and they think that's this and that is cool, but they don't got somebody right there, that's living that life, that's telling them, like, yo, chill, bro, like, this ain't the way to go. So that's dope, that's dope you had that. So let's talk about the school situation. You mentioned you moved here, fairly young, but explain school. Like, you went to school in Jersey and then you went to school down here, so explain the situation with school.
All right. In school in Jersey, it was like I tried to stay out of trouble as best as I could, because I never really wanted to have my mom be like just hurt. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to put her through anything, because I know it would really kill her at the end of the day. And she had so much on her plate trying to take care of me and my brother, and then make sure everything was good with the house. It was just so much. I'm like, let me make sure I always do what I got to do. But it's like, I did, of course, I'm young, so I did end up getting myself in a lot of bullshit, getting myself in trouble here and there and stuff like that. Then when I came down here in high school, I was always getting in fights, to be honest. Like, it was bad. Like in the beginning of high school, it was good. Like, I stayed out of trouble. I did what I had to do, but it's like school in general was just so annoying to me. And like doing work, it was like I could do my work, but I just wasn't motivated to do it. So it was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, why am I here and all that shit? So I would just go and just not do my work majority of the time. And then like, I think it was like my junior to senior year, I was like, okay, let me just make sure I get this shit done and get it over with. And then after high school, I did get into a lot of fights after that too. Just, niggas always running their mouth, always thinking they hard and shit like that. So that was a big stage in my life, like just always getting in problems, especially like right after I graduated, always getting in problems.
Thank you for listening to FamousB4TheFame Podcast. I really appreciate it. Check this out. I'm going to keep doing my job, which is continue to deliver dope content. What I need from you in return don't even cost $1. If you really like this episode and want to hear more, make sure you follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and watch us on YouTube so you never miss another episode. Like, subscribe, review, retweet, and share. Again, I am Super Sean, and this is FamousB4TheFame.com.